गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्धदामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण 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 वासुदेव, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, कृष्ण गोविंद, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. बोलिए कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि Which slok to read now? Let us see. From slok number 22. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yadricchalabha Santushtaha Dvandvatito Vimatsaraha Samasiddhava Cha Kritvapi na nibadhyate Gata sangasya muktasya Jnanavastita chetasaha Yajnaya charatah karma Samagram praviliyate Brahmarpanam brahmahavihi Brahmagnau brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina Daivameva pare yajnam Yoginah paryupasate Brahmagnava pare yajnam Yajne naivopajufvati Yajne naivopajufvati Dhuvvati. So 24th verse was the culmination of the topic of Gyan Karm Sannyas. The culmination was on contemplation on the world as adhyas. When it is said that the world is Brahman, does not mean you have to think that the world, because Brahman is real, then it is equal to the world is real. Brahman is unchanging, so world is unchanging. This is not the meaning there. And therefore I had mentioned 4 kinds of adhikaran. Aikya samanadhikaran, Visheshya samanadhikaran, Upasya samanadhikaran and Bada samanadhikaran, which I hope you don't remember. I hope you remember. So, in that, don't say like that. Supposing you say whole world is God, Ishavasyam idagam sarvam. So everything is God. So the criminal is also God. So why should you do anything to him? That is not the meaning there. Meaning is when it is said world is God or world is Brahman, when you remove the changing aspect of the world, changing aspect, name and form, karta, karma, when you remove this, not physically, cognitively, intellectually, then the underlying existence is God. When it is said wave is ocean, a wave is water, so it doesn't mean that I asked you to get water, you said I did not get because it was not a wave. And therefore Bhagavan clarified this in 9th chapter. Matsthani sarvbhutani najaham teshu avastita. Whole world is in me, but I am not in them. This connection, try to understand that. Some students of Vedanta don't get this point so easily. Sarvam kalvidam brahma, it is said. When Mahavak is there. So when it is said whole world is Brahman, so the changing aspect, the name and form, the karma, karta, phal, jeev, jagat, these bhed which is seen in the world, I have to intellectually falsify it. And after falsifying, then I see the movementless, changeless existence, which is Brahman. Keep this in your mind. Topic of Brahman is always difficult for ordinary person because the aspect that the name and form is false, that is there the fall. Falsify they can't do. Because to falsify you have to have dispassion. If you are too attached, you cannot falsify because mind has already superimposed lot of reality onto for many births. Now how much you prove, it won't be. Srishti nama brahma rupe satchidananda vastuni abdau pedna divas sarvam nama rupa prasarana drig-drishvivek. ठीक है. So that shlok Brahmarpanam is a little serious shlok. 25th verse, let me come. This is Gyan Stuti. Ab Gyan Stuti means that the knowledge which is mentioned from 18th to 24th verse, the knowledge which has been mentioned, ye idhar hai. The knowledge which is mentioned from 18 to 24th verse, stuti of that is done from 24th to 33rd verse. And it was said, Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajnad Gyan Yajna Parantapa. No? Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajnad Gyan Yajna Parantapa. देखो, ध्यान देना. More you pay attention, more you will get diamonds. If you don't pay attention, you won't get it. So you don't be surface swimmer. You'll only get some rocks, but inside is something more. This portion is not just to describe the yajna. Many times I hear people say that in this fourth chapter, 13 yagna have been described. Agreed, described. I ask for what? Purpose is why. All of a sudden topic is why you are talking about knowledge and all of a sudden you have changed into yajna. The purpose is not to describe the yajna primarily. Primarily, the purpose is to tell that these yajnas conclude in this knowledge. Primarily. Secondary purpose is to tell lot of sadhanas. 12, 13 kind of sadhana is required, which will ultimately take you to the Jnana Yajna. And Jnana Yajna will be 18th verse, again he will be coming back. Just a topic to be noted. If you remember, I said, in a temple, to enter the temple, many doors are there. But to enter the sanctum, only one door is there. And all the doors in the temple are so that you can go close to sanctum only. So all the doors are like many sadhanas are there. Many sadhanas are there. And you will see that. You can keep on counting which sadhana is there. So, yesterday you heard. And sadhana means what? Sadhana means that which removes some kind of veil, some kind of smallness in me and reveals some hidden bigness in me. Number 2, sadhana means that which takes you away from some dependence and brings you to independence. Sadhana means that which makes you more, your knowledge is more available. You are doing something so that your knowledge is more available. Hidden knowledge is not there. Obscure knowledge is not there. Third point, fourth point, third or fourth. Sadhana means through which you are able to see the mind's bed. Bed? Sadhana means through which you are able to see the bed. Nahi bhai. I am saying, then I am Siddh. No, wait. I am saying sadhana means to see, ability to see the mind bed. Like water bed is there. Water bed, when the water is clear, you see the crystal and the pebbles which are there on which the water is there. In Haridwar, water is very clear now. Very, very clear. Because nobody was to come to take bath. With this COVID, whole nature has become very clear and clean. All trees were talking to each other. When a lot of pollution was there, these people were not putting mask. When there is no pollution, why they are putting mask? So sadhana means through which you see the mind bed. Sadhana means through which you get the ability to experience godliness. Sadhana means through which you are an asset for others. You have such purity that you can express your purity. People love you because you have a lot of seva in you. Because you have a beautiful thought. You don't enjoy a person, you enjoy his beautiful thought. You have a thought of forgiveness, all compassion, all seva, all sacrifice. Even if you hear this person gets up early in the morning, you are impressed. Without any support and pressure. Not that when after not prasad is not there, I am not getting. Not under pressure. What you do under pressure doesn't give you a lot of marks. So without any, well, he's never angry. That means he has a very good thought inside. He has a very good knowledge. Knowledge is there. Or he can meditate for 2-3 hours at a stretch. Now that means he has some very lofty thoughts in him. If you come close to this person, I will get a feel of that thought. You don't meet a body, you meet a mind via the body. So if anybody's mind is very beautiful, you will start loving that mind. And therefore people flock around Gurudev, flock around all the saints. If people were coming to Raman Maharshi, it is not because of he had printed flyer. But Bhagwan Raman Maharshi, he got the title Bhagwan also. Earlier he was not called Bhagwan, his name was only Raman. Raman Venkat Iyer, something like that. Bhagwan people made him. Why? Because he was expressing Bhagwan. Bhagwan Nityanand Swami. है ना? For Nityanand also you use the word Bhagwan. बहुत बड़े महात्मा थे गणेशपुरी के. Gurudev used to sit at his feet. Pictures are there. Bhagwan Nityanand, Bhagwan Shankaracharya. भगवान सब क्या नहीं लगा सकते. That would you put your name भगवान रमेश, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. You can't control your anger, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. So उनकी उपलब्धि थी. Then very lofty thoughts. And Swami Nityanand came from Karnataka initially. And he used to live in a cave. And cave was full of snakes. Still he lived there. And when he came, snakes left for some time. This was his power. So that it is not disturbed. The snake started leaving the place. इन लोग की इतनी बड़ी बड़ी अचीवमेंट होती है, इतने बड़े बड़े थॉट्स इनके पास. बिग थॉट्स कम विद योर साधना. He came to Ganeshpuri. He was passing, he said, I want to do some seva. He got a place there. He didn't plan to come. Earlier he used to put on only copy. Copy means lion cloth. क्या बोलें अब, बहुत सी बात है. महात्मा तो बात अलग है. तस्मिन् तज्जने भेदा भावात्. Narad Bhakti says that Narad Bhakti Sutra, that Bhagwan and his people are one only. इतनी विभूति थी उनकी. Hardly give any discourse, just some question answer, casual question answer. Anyway, so Yajna is the one that brings out the brighter side in you. And people love you. The biggest test of your spirituality is, are you lovable or not? I don't want to know how much you do jap, how much puja you do, how much meditation you do. In Kenopnishad, about Jnani, it is said, Sarvani Bhutani Tam Vanchanti. Everybody wants to be with him and love him. Because he has a thought. He may not talk, but everybody has a thought. What thought you think, it envelops the place. It is living with two people is thought to thought, merging or action or interaction or reaction. Therefore you say, we both get together a lot. We are close. Otherwise we are closed. Topic is closed. So Daivam ev apare yagyam yoginah pari. I explained. So first is Karma Yogi. And Daivam I explained yesterday. So here Yogina see the Bhashya. Yoginah karminah paryupaste kurvante ityartha. If you see the Bhashya, karminah, not ordinary karminah because he is yogi. So he is karma yogi. So yujjate ane niti yoga, through which you unite with the God, with the infinite. Through which you build a bridge between you and God. Like Naam is a bridge between you and God. Ashram is the bridge between you and the saint. The bridge, it is easy to know that. So Karma Yogi is the one and Daivam means Devata. I told you any higher altar is called Daivam. Now next line, and if yajna is not done, supposing you have not done any of the 13 yajna, yesterday I told Nayam Asti, Nayam Loka Asti Ayajnasya, Kutonya Kuru Sattam. I mean, you will not get anything in this world. You will be dibba. You are a dibba. Dibba without content. Khali dibba. You are a box. कुछ है नहीं, दम अंदर इसके नहीं है. He doesn't have anything to give. ठीक. So, paryupaste means what? Paryupaste means what? He tries to bring out repeatedly. What you bring out repeatedly starts coming out spontaneously. And what comes out spontaneously becomes your nature. And what becomes your nature will become your destiny and become your closeness with the God. If you are doing jap, well, my jap is not regular, is spontaneous. Because you are not doing, therefore it won't be spontaneous. Jap has so much capacity that a person can do jap without doing jap physically. Automatically his pores, the name comes on his body. I told also, I know Mahatmas who touch somebody and jap starts. Other person. For some time, not that whole life. Will I want to let me go there? Unnecessarily I am working hard. No, he will touch for 1-2 days, jap will be there, after that it will stop. Then you have to continue that. Through which you have a value. You have a value without having any valuable. Without having any value, without having any valuables, you have a lot of value. Tapovan Maharaj didn't have valuables, but see his value. He didn't have anything you see in his room. What a value. Indra will have what he had. So through which you are able to connect very fast to the truth. That is called your vritti. Vritti of sadhana should be so that you don't lag a lot. You are not able to connect, you forget the Lord. You forget Guru, you forget scriptures. You forget your dharma. You forget your glory. You are not a one who is tuned to the Lord. That means sadhana has not been done sufficiently. People say, I do sadhana. I say, no, that is not sufficient. You have to do more. Considering your performance, you have to do more. Somebody asks, how much I should study? I say, suppose in the university or colleges, I said, depends how much weak you are. If you are too weak, you have to study a lot. And if you are very good, still you can study as a luxury. But if you are weak, study is not a luxury, you have to study. Only but other person doesn't study, scores high, he is already very good from the last birth. This birth you have started studying. Last birth you were wrong. And therefore, this birth, you have to study a lot, then next birth you will be a better student. This birth you are middle class, below middle. I told you, one child went to his father, result came. He said, how is it? He said, my result is below sea level. So, considering the person's response and mind, therefore gurus are required. Because he needs to do more sadhana than he is doing. He will not do it by himself because his willpower is not there. He is a weak willpower. He is born with a weak capacity to control himself. Therefore, he will be satisfied with very small amount of japa, puja, satsang. But his nature is not good. So he needs much more effort in that direction. And he can get over it. Sadhana has a tremendous capacity. Have faith. He can get over it. The first sadhana, first yagna. Second is the Gyan Yoga, and I need your attention here. It is said, Brahma Agnau Apare Yajnam. How the Anvi will be there, Sanskrit students? Apare, you can add yogina. Apare means dusre. Apare Brahmagnau Yajnyen Eva Yajnam Upajuhvati. This is the meaning here. Apare, Bhashka writes, Apare means Anye Brahmavidaha. And here, what classic thing Bhagavan Krishna did it, here Yagnam word is coming twice. One is in Tritiya, one is Dvitiya. So, see, Apare Brahmagnau, because Yajna is going on. So, offerer is there. And the altar is there, fire, and the act of offering is there. Here Yajnam has a meaning of Jivatma. This is a Jhatko Upanishad. Dekho, Yagnam has a meaning of Jivatma. So here, Apare. So here, why Jivatma? Why Yajna is called Jivatma? We'll see later on. But he offers himself in the fire called Brahman. Fire called Brahman, Jeev offers himself. Oh, this is Gyan Yajna, which will be called later on. This is the Nididhyasan Yajna. And again I am repeating it, this Yajna is not physical, that you jump from somewhere in some Agni and commit suicide. Only this is written. This Agni is Brahmagni and I offer myself. So this is not the one we are this is not the one which is intended here. It's a cognitive fire of Brahman. The teacher has lit the meaning of Brahman in your heart. That Brahman is Satchidanand Brahman. Or Satyam Jnanavanantam Brahma, or it is beyond Deshkal Brahman. You have understanding about Brahman, right? And you have your own natural, instinctive understanding about yourself. I am doer, enjoyer, I am unhappy. So I offer that aspect into that fire of Brahman. So understanding revealed by the teacher, and what I have instinctive understanding, which is misunderstanding actually, I again and again rub that misunderstanding and burn the aspect of wrong I and get up with the right understanding of Brahman. This is the meaning. It's a cognitive yajna, it's not a physical yajna. Acha, let me elaborate that more. So Brahmagnau, seventh case is there, Agnau. Apare Brahma ev Agni, Karmathare. So Yagnen means Atma Swarupa Darshanena. Therefore, please see, Bhashya writes, Bhashyakar, Yagyam, Yajna Shabda Vachya Atma. You saw that? Yajna Shabda Vachya Atma. So here Yajna Shabd is Vachya. Vachya means it is a meaning, it is Vachya, it is said here. It is not all the time. Yajna is the name of the Atma, the Vishnu. In Amar Kosh and all these places, Yajna has the name of Vishnu. But here the Yajna has the meaning of Atma. Atma means Jivatma. So Yajnam Yajnena Jivati Apare. I hope this is clear. Let me elaborate that. Those who are Vedantic seekers, they will understand this better. See, the Jeev is defined by Sakshina Purto Bhavan Bhanam Lingam Dehena Sanyatam Chitichaya Samaveshad Jivasyad Vyavaharika. So definition of Jeev Vidyarand Swami gives in Drig Drish Vivek that, Sakshi is there. Sakshi is reflection in the mind. So the mind, reflection of the Sakshi in the mind called Chitichaya or Chidabhas and the Sakshi, these three combine to become the Jeev. Is it clear? Not clear. One is the total sun. One is sun. Other is the sun reflected in the bucket. So the sun reflected, to get the sun reflected in the bucket, you should have a water, you should have a reflection, and you should have a sun. All three are required for that. So today when I am saying, I am father, I am son, I am beautiful, I am ugly, I am sad, I am happy, this knowledge about myself has gone through the pollution of mind. So it is fringed knowledge. It is fringed knowledge. Pure light is not there. Pure light falling on the mind and taking the shape of that particular thought is called conditioned knowledge about me. So unconditioned has become conditioned. The sun which is not moving and is so big, in the bucket it is appearing as blue because the water was blue. It is appearing as broken because water is moving and breaking. It is appearing as moving. So this moving I, this changing I is what is called here as Jeev. Sakshina Purato Bhanam Lingam Dehena Sanyutam Chitichaya Samaveshat Jivasyat Vyavaharikaha. So this Jeev is offering itself into the fire of Brahman. Why? How? Tell me how? What is the process? I will offer into fire. No, not a physical process. You know and you discover that these two things of these three are false. Which two things? The medium called mind and the reflection. Both are false. And therefore the Jeev essentially is Brahman. This is called Gyan Yajna. Well, pata nahi, what are you talking? I can't understand. Start Bhagavad Gajendra, etc. is so nice. Gajendra Moksha was so good. Samudra Manthan was very good. I don't know what happened after Shivji drank that poison. After that, what else came up? From the ocean, what else came up? Because Kamdhenu came up. I want to know all these things. And you are saying here, Sakshi, Purto, Bhanam, Thanam, pata nahi kya bol rahe hain, kya. Ek to sit thake rahe. I'm so tired after office. And becomes very heavy. What? Food. And therefore, Bhashyakar writes here, मारेंगे तुमको. देखो तुम first say you will have, from first onward you will have Bhagavad, don't worry. Just wait. Today is 28th, no? So 28, 29, 30th, 31st. 3 days we will complete. No, complete chapter. No, 2-3 shlokas. I don't rush. Why to rush? समझ में आना चाहिए. So the understanding that. So what did you say once again? You said to falsify the jeev. Whole jeev is not to be falsified. When you purify the gold, you don't burn the whole gold and make it ash. The unwanted aspect of that ore is burned and the natural intrinsic gold is revealed. You don't create a gold. Well, in meditation, I will create Brahman. You don't create a Brahman in meditation. You don't create moksha also. You don't create Atma. Well, from sadhana, I will create Atma. नहीं, ये कोई फैक्ट्री नहीं, you will create Atma. In sadhana, you won't create Atma. ये आत्मा निकाल देंगे. हमने अपनी आत्मा निकाल के बाहर कर दिया. ऐसे नहीं है. It is not like that. It is the understand and the process is process. Acha, jeev is true or false? Tell me, jeev is true or false? Well, jeev is true or false? Huh? Don't give an answer. I mean, don't give a wrong answer. I mean, from the angle of mind and reflection, it is false. But from the angle of Brahman, it is true. What? If I say that wave is true or false, from the angle of movement, shape, it is false. But from the intrinsic nature of water, it is true. And therefore, both is said in the Upanishads. In Prashnopnishad, Jeev is told like a shadow, Chaya. So if I see from outside, mind is false. But why the mind is false? Can you tell why mind is false? I am trying to make my mind bright, you are saying it is false. Then you say purify the mind. Mane manushyanam karanam moksha banda moksha. And now you say mind is false. पहले बताना चाहिए तो काम नहीं करते इस पे. Sadhana is for mind only and you are saying mind is also false. No, your sadhana is you do so that you recognize mind is false. Because your mind is so impure, therefore it won't appear false. But by the way, can you tell why it is false? I also want to know. I'm quite curious about it. Because mind has two aspects. One is mind has a Vishay, other mind has a Prakash. Mind has an object, every thought has an object, and every thought has a light of the object. Understand this point. Supposing I say there is a thought, you don't have an objectless thought. There is nothing called objectless thought. Well, no, my mind is blank, so object is blank. Blank. There is nothing called objectless thought. Every thought will have object. Very good. Thought is object. And second is, every thought has knowingness. Well, I don't know anything. At least you know that you don't know. You cannot say I don't know anything. I don't know that I don't know. If you say I don't know that I don't know, then you know that you don't know that you don't know. So there is knowingness in the mind. Very good. So every thought has two aspects. Then what you want to say? And supposing I am saying this flower, I saw the book, I saw the watch, I saw the paperweight, I saw the mic, I saw the light. So what is happening? The light aspect in the mind is same, its objects are changing. The one light aspect was there, then flower pushpakar vritti came, the pushpakar vritti, then pustakakar vritti, then ghatikakar vritti. Are you getting my point? So it is the one light in which different objects are coming and different thoughts are appearing. It is only one light. So there are two aspects, light and object. And therefore with mind you know. So mind is a mixture of light of consciousness and object. So how is it false? It is, and because, please note, because the light is changing. Light is changing in the mind. But I am not understanding. I am understanding. I am understanding a lot. Sometimes students are there in the night, they are very tired. They can't understand. Morning they get up and the same subject is very clear. Or in the night you wrote a mail in a half. Never send. Never send a mail. Any mail always read 3 times before you send. Because mail sent, you cannot return back. Only 20-30 seconds are very less for us. It gives 20-30 seconds. They also don't understand that they should give more time. You can retract your mail. Now, morning you see it's a different person. Why light is different in the morning? So every thought has 2 aspects. One is vritti, drav aspect, another is chetan aspect. Drav and chetan both are mixing and both are creating a thought. This book is not a thought because it is only drav aspect. There is no light there. Therefore this thought is not self-effulgent. My point is, what is your point? What is your point? That object which I am talking of in the thought is always finite. It is in space, it is a finite object. And the light is infinite. The infinite light and finite object can't mix together. बस इसको पकड़ लेना. Because one is shapeless, other is with shape. Shapeless can't mix with shape. Mixing, I drop a water in the space won't mix with the water because I can mix something with something when both are having a component, finite. I can hold this hand. Why? Because this hand is also finite. I can't hold the space. To hold it should have part. To mix it should have part. Unmixable can't be held. So actually thoughts are not a possibility. But perception is there. Not possible to have a thought. You can't have a changing light. But because of the thought, because of the object, the thoughts are changing. And therefore thoughts are false. Thoughts are not proved by any pramana. Oh my God. That means my thoughts are not okay. No, I'm not saying that is true, that is not okay. That is the aspect of dharma. But I'm not saying not okay. I'm saying they're not real. But they're useful. Utility is no proof of reality. Body is useful but not real. Utility is there. It doesn't mean it is true. Dream is useful because it gurgles out your suppressed thought. It's not real. You need to dream sometimes because some thoughts were there, it came out. You need to dream. Some fruits are there in the action. You need a beating. But it's not bad fruit, not so hard beating you need. So in the dream, that fruit will be exhausted. Little beating was required. But that sorrow was required, which came in the dream. So thoughts are useful sometimes, but not real. Utility is not reality. Don't mix Vyavahar while thinking of Paramarth. This is what Jal Bharat said to Rahugan. Supposing blood test, your wife is, or your doctor is seeing the blood report. He should not be, well, she is my wife, therefore her blood will be good or bad. No, don't mix. When we are thinking of reality, don't mix Vyavahar and relations. So don't mix these things. So mind is not reality. When mind is not real, how can reflection be real? So burning these two aspects, how? Thinking, meditating. And one more thing I will tell you, which will give you a little more shock. Why? There is something called shock treatment in paralysis. Or polio. They give some shock when they have polio, etc. So we have intellectual polio. Because we have emotional cholesterol. And therefore need to have shocks. One more shock I will give you. But don't give so many shocks. How will I sleep? If the mind is not real, what you perceive by the mind, how can this be real? पागल की बात कोई सच होगी? I am seeing this by mind only. How can this be real then? Everything is certified by mind only. ये तो fake है. Fake is giving right perception. Oh my God. Who told you that this is Atma did not tell this is a mic. Mind only told you. How can you say this is real then? Now, contemplating on the non-reality of the mind and consequently non-reality of the reflected consciousness. This is called doing yajna. Offering ourselves in the Brahma Agni. Yajna means Atma Swarup Darshanen, by this thought. Processes by thinking. Don't say we have to transcend thought. No. There is nothing called transcending thought. I don't understand that point. Don't use such languages. We have to transcend thoughts. There is nothing called transcending thought. What do you mean transcending thought? You have to use thought. Yajna is done by thought only. Meditation is not thoughtlessness. Don't have this imagination that thoughtlessness is meditation. No. The thoughtlessness is not meditation. It is of Brahman. It will quieten your mind. It's a quiet mind, but not illumined mind. You are a quiet fool, that's the only thing. After meditation, foolishness will be there. One is disturbed fool, other is quiet fool. Potential disturbance is in him. This quiet fool has a potential disturbance. His potential because ignorance is there. Therefore I say this is a Gyan Yajna. I'll come back to it tomorrow. And see those who have Bhashya, first, second, third, fourth paragraph underlined. सोपाधिकस्य आत्मनः निरुपाधिकेन परब्रह्म स्वरूपेण एव यत् दर्शनम स तस्मिन् होमः तं कुर्वन्ति ब्रह्मात्मैकत्व दर्शन निष्ठा संन्यासिनः इत्यर्थ. देख रहे हो आप? Of the Atma which is conditioned, Jeev, I am seeing the unconditioned knowledge. Instead of changing, I am seeing like this. I am seeing water, I am seeing fire, I am seeing paperweight, I am seeing flower, I am seeing object. Instead of seeing the varying object, you see the unchanging light inside. Inside, supposing please start seeing inside. I say lotus. See lotus, the saw. Then second, I say rose. I say Ganga ji. Saw? Yes. Himalayas, saw. Inside. Saw. I say, okay, see now Cape Town. Well, I don't know. Okay. I say, okay, see now radish. I saw. I say, you see now cauliflower. Saw. I say, you see now, bottle, saw, desks, you saw. What you are seeing, in which light you are seeing. Every thought came and went away faster. Huh? Supposing I take your person whom you don't like. Now your attention will not be on the light, you will go on the object now. Supposing somebody has criticized you or doesn't like you. His name is W or his name is Chintu or Mintu. I said W, who troubled you a lot. Now your attention has gone from the light to the object now. And therefore you need to dispassion. Or you like somebody a lot, somebody you are very infatuated with. You have given your heart, lungs, all. And there, that person you see who is very beautiful, very smart, very nice, I like his laughter. Like rays of light come all around. Any hero, heroine, whatever is your favorite. I have no favorite. I have no attraction for anything. God has taken all my attraction. God is so kind. Never I had any favorite on all these things. Neither had any favorite cloth, etc. If I take his name and then I say, see, he's seen in that light. Now you cannot drop that object. And therefore, Vedanta needs a lot of dispassion. Dispassion means ability to drop the object so that you can focus on the shapeless self, shapeless light. And this is the yajna mentioned here. I hope it is clear now. Apare, brahmagnau yajnena ev yajnam upajivati. This is jnana yajna. This is called ND. ND, nididhyasana. ND yajna, nididhyasana yajna. चलो भाई आगे बढ़ते हैं. We will come back to it tomorrow if required. If you have any doubt, you can ask me later on. We'll come back to it tomorrow. But don't be happy, class is not over. Class is still going on. Moment I say tomorrow, or I say, we will see it. I see light coming in many faces. All sleepy people wake up. So that is not, still I have 6 minutes. खुश हो जाते हैं, खत्म हो गया. श्रोत्रादीनिन्द्रियाण्यन्ये संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन् विषयानन्ये इंद्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति. Va is complete. Va is full. So you have to say full. Juhvati. Juhva. Juhavati. Don't say like that. It's half ha. Don't make it full. Juhavati. ऐसा नहीं है. Okay. It is Juhvati. Juhavati. ऐसा नहीं है. Half ha. When I hear Gita, it's interesting thing. This Bhagwan has come to know Y3. Y3? Yajna 3. एक एक करते हैं, देखते हैं कहाँ तक चलते हैं. It's very interesting. Whole Gita. I mean, life is interesting if you're interested in Bhagwan and truth. Life is very boring otherwise. It's full of problems. So, अन्य भगवान का बड़ा पेट वर्ड है. तीसरी बार पहले अपरे बोले अब अन्य बोल रहे हैं. चलो बोले, हमसे क्या मतलब. सो अन्य अन्य मीन्स अपरे, कुछ और लोग. अन्य साधका. अन्य इज प्लूरल. सो श्रोत्रादीन इंद्रियाणी. So sense organ. अब देखो, see the imagery here. imagery, not imaginary, imagery I am saying. The sense organ, etc. means all sense organs. Anne, Shrotradini, Indriyani. This is the Anvay. And so they are offering now. In the yajna, what is the offerable samidha? The sense organs, all sense organs. Where, what is Agni? Sanyamagnishu. Either you say Sanyam or you say Sanyam. Sanyam. How you say Sanyam. Anyway, so there is Agni called self-control. ठीक? Now, ध्यान देना. You heard something or you ate something. Indri here means what is received by the Indri in a thought level. You heard something, you ate something, or you touched something, or you walked over something. Sense organs, what they do? They bring the outside world in your inside. Outside form, I saw you, I heard some sound, or I touched something, or I ate something, or I smelled something. It went inside. Inside it went. Now inside there are two channels open. One is called Vasna, fire of Vasna, jungle of Vasna, and the other is called Agni or Sanyam or Samyam. So what is the Agni here? That something has gone, I ate something. Now if Vasna is there, Vasna will enjoy mentally. It will not process. Straight away, Aham Sukhi. I am very happy I got it. After that, Vasna forces the sense organ more. Dil mange more. I want more now. Or le lo. But you already have it. Nare le lo. See more, smell more, touch more, hear more. And there is where, when Sanyam Agni is there, not there, then Vasna does not have eyes and ears, but long hands and long legs. Vasna does not have that. It just wants. It is not interested in stopping somewhere. It is good, bad. Inside the thought has gone. Sanyam means there is a processor, there is an investigator, there is a discriminator. Is it required? True, false, right, wrong? No. You have still a freedom available. That what sense or objects have given you the impulse inside, you have a freedom to remember God. Bhagwan, this food is for you. Bhagwan, I am eating, this is for you now. This is called Sanyam Agni. Control is for offering. It has become offering. You saw something and you saw Bhagwan, this is for you. So instead of vasnizing the perception, I am divinizing the perception. And my perception is taking me to purity and desirelessness and dispassion and quietness and perfectionist, and I become perfect. Otherwise, perception is not taking to perfection, perception is taking to deception. I have become a bigger fool after I ate this. Why? I ate so much. I couldn't sleep last night. Acha? Whole Gaviscon bottle was emptied. Of the whole ashram, But still my digestion didn't settle down. So but the food has made fool of. D has become L. Food has made fool out of. Maximum people, suicide is not the rope, suicide is the cutleries, knife and fork. The commonest instrument of suicide is the plate, knife, fork and spoon. The food has made a fool out of. I have lost. My God, perception has not taken to perfection. Food has not become prasad, it has become vishad. It is vishad now. I am so sad, I am so upset, I am so... I saw that and after seeing in my mind, this was happened with Ajamil. Ajamil saw with the eyes one Shudra in not a good position. And he couldn't dissolve it in the name of God inside. He had no godliness. Ultimately, it caught Vasna's jungle is there. And from a scholar Ajamil, he became Dakat Ajamil. He threw his wife out, he threw his parents out. I mean, he was a Brahmin. He was a teacher, he was an Acharya. And ultimately, he became Dakat. If you have an altar inside, so everything should go through the altar, no? और प्रसाद बना के हम उसको लेते हैं ना, फिर it has become prasad. Prasad means prasannatastu pradas. What is prasannata is called prasad. There is a processor, there is a divinizer, there is a purifier, there is an investigator, there is a thinker, there is a calculator. I went through the process of divinizer, of purifier, and then I kept it as Ishwar's memory. So perception is taking to remembrance of God and not deception. I have become more closer to God after seeing this. After eating food, I became closer to God. Why? Because half an hour I offered all the morsels to my Krishna, to my Ram. It is the Brahmarpanam time. It is not my Bhog Kal, it is my Yog Kal. Therefore many Mahatmas don't talk because they are doing puja. As seriously they do puja, that seriously they are eating food. They don't enjoy it. They make God enjoy. So, Shrotradin Indriyani Anne Sanyamagni Shujohati. Ek Sanyam ho gaya. I hope this will make more sense. We heard abuses also, that also you offer. He said, Bhagavan, I am not taking it to Ahankar. Moment to take the perception to the Ahankar, it magnifies and blasts inside. So your mind has become a bomb. It has not become a silencer. It is not a divinizer. It has become a bomb. And therefore a lot of blast is going. You get angry, you get upset, you are passionate, you are jealous. Because what you saw is disturbing you. Because there is no quietener inside. There is no divinizer inside. There is no purifier inside. There is no peace giver inside. And therefore I say, do upasana, do jap, because you have to create an altar inside. Let everything come to the altar and then only you go. In our houses, if anything new came, or supposing somebody brought fruit, or somebody brought mithai, so rule was offer to God first. चलो भगवान को प्रसाद लगा दो, जाओ तुलसी रख दो उसके ऊपर. He brought 5 kg mithai, sweet meat. Not that he started eating. You go, just keep in front of God. Now attitude was different towards that. New clothes have come, put in front of God and then use it. You can use the new clothes, but the perception, you have to use yajna. This is sadhana. Perception is my sadhana. It should not be, I am deluded by somebody. This person should not make a fool out of me. This eating should not make. This hearing should not bring out my vasana, my ahankar, my kam, my krodh, my ugliness. Let the sleeping dog sleep, lying dog sleep. Let the vasanas be there. Let us not bring it out. We'll see more tomorrow. Om Har Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev. Sri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः.
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद. हे नाथ नारायण